hate being right, bro. I hate being right. Listen. As I fix myself here, I want you guys to understand something. I want you guys to understand one thing. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and the rest of WWE management there's just something about it. It's gotta taste absolutely fucking fantastic. WWE just can't get enough of that Samoan cock. I don't understand it. Now, we all knew that Roman Reigns was going to win this match. We all knew. This is no secret to anybody. I mean, a fucking dead man could have figured this one out. But WWE had one dilemma going into this match. They had one dilemma. How do you maintain the momentum of Braun Strowman after everything you've done with him to correct the mistake that you had done at No Mercy by having him lose to Brock Lesnar in an underwhelming, god-awful main event for the WWE Universal Championship? Coming out of that, Braun Strowman's momentum was seemingly killed. It was seemingly killed. WWE has done a very, very good job, a commendable job, at building Braun Strowman back up to where he was prior to that match. We were all wondering, what is he going to do inside the Elimination Chamber? What is he going to do as far as a gimmick? What is he going to destroy? How many plexiglass pods is he going to destroy? Is he going to rip the pod from its fucking foundation and use it as a battering ram inside the chamber? Is he going to rip the chamber in half? Nobody knew what this guy was going to do. WWE, and listen, you know, I don't want to complain. I don't want to complain. It's just that they're so pathetically set in their ways that it's so laughable. It's like they need to do the right thing, but the right thing in this instance is the fucking one thing we don't want. The right thing here, you know, leads us to something that we ultimately don't want. This is a massive no-win situation for WWE. This is an absolutely lose-lose situation for WWE. They have Braun Strowman inside the Elimination Chamber, and they book this guy to look the absolute best that he has ever looked in any situation. He's in there with 6 of the biggest names on Monday Night Raw. He's in there with John Cena and Roman Reigns and Finn Balor and Seth Rollins and the Intercontinental Champion. You know, some of those guys are the biggest names in the company, in the wrestling world. 2 of those guys are the top faces of this fucking company. They got Braun Strowman in this match, and they booked the entire match around him eliminating everybody until he's met face-to-face with Roman Reigns. And it's so pathetically bad. And we, as a community, and we as the IWC, YWC podcasters, wrestling analysts, critiques, right? We can't get upset about it. We knew this was coming. We didn't know how WWE was going to get us there, but, I mean, my God, is it any more blatant? It's fucking sad. You make Braun Strowman look the greatest he's ever looked by eliminating fucking everybody. Braun Strowman, at one point in this match, took everybody's finishing move. Guy took a fucking spear, kicked out. Guy took a Superman punch, kicked out. Guy took a fucking knee from Rollins. Guy took a blackout curb stomp, kicked out. Guy took a coup de grace from Finn Balor, kicked out. Guy took a AA from John Cena. Yes, John Cena got Braun Strowman up on his shoulders. He kicked out. And if WWE wanted to eliminate Braun Strowman and have that be his way out of the Elimination Chamber, I would have been okay with that, because that would have been a salute to Braun Strowman by taking everybody's finishing move and not being able to kick out. No, but WWE wants to book the Elimination Chamber around Braun Strowman to make him feel like he's bigger than the match and bigger than everybody else. He takes Balor and Cena and Rollins and Elias and The Miz, and he eats them like fucking Jolly Ranchers up until he's met with Roman Reigns in the end, and all it takes is a couple of Superman punches, one spear, and then the mighty Braun Strowman, who eliminated everybody in this fucking match, gets eliminated by Roman Reigns, only enhancing Roman Reigns on his way to WrestleMania. And boy, was WWE quick with those WrestleMania 34 graphics with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Vince McMahon couldn't wait to pull out his fucking cock and start jerking off to those graphics. Soon as he won, soon as he looked up at the WrestleMania sign, they had that logo, they had that graphic blasted all over the screen, man. Do you see why we hate Roman Reigns and the way he's being portrayed on WWE television? Do you see? It's so pathetically bad, man. It is absolutely fucking laughable. It's predictable. We expected it. But God, does this fucking company love some Samoan Roman Reigns cock. I don't believe it. But we're getting the match that we all expected. Braun Strowman looked like he was a fucking beast, right? I don't know if this is going to derail nothing's going to derail Roman Reigns. Forget about it. A fucking freight train flying down the tracks at fucking 300 miles an hour ain't going to derail Roman Reigns. Forget about it. If this is not going to derail Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania is not going to derail Roman Reigns. There's no way. Even Johnny Bravo, the man, the filmmaker behind all these fucking accusations, ain't going to derail Roman Reigns, man. This guy is invincible. Absolutely invincible. Braun Strowman. The one thing about Braun Strowman, though, is this going to derail some of his momentum? I really don't know. WWE, even though we got the predictable ending with Roman Reigns, even though we got Braun Strowman literally eating everybody up in this match, only to be eliminated by Roman in the end, yeah, it's laughable, but it did make Braun look really fucking dominant. I gotta give WWE credit there, but it's one of those instances where they booked themselves into a fucking corner. They could not escape this. It was the only outcome possible. You weren't going to have anybody else in that match eliminate Braun Strowman. Not after what everybody else did to him prior to Roman eliminating him. You weren't going to eliminate him midway through the match. You weren't going to do that. And you really couldn't have Braun Strowman come in at an earlier number in the chamber because you don't want him in there for an extended period of time because he might get gassed. So WWE had him come in at the right spot. They had him booked perfectly in this match. It's just that WWE booked themselves into a corner. They have to make Braun Strowman look good after what they've done with him coming out of No Mercy, and that's exactly what they did. But on the other hand, they wanted Roman Reigns to win this match. They needed. We don't want it. We don't need it. They want it. They need it. They needed Roman Reigns to get to WrestleMania and look strong after being eliminated in the gauntlet match, first by Seth Rollins and then losing the Intercontinental Championship. They booked themselves into a corner. There was no way out of this for WWE because they had two priorities here. And, Braun, unfortunately, is at the wrong place, at the wrong time, at the wrong event, right before WrestleMania. It's not his year. It's not his year to be coronated. He will eventually. The guy is fucking over. The guy is being booked brilliantly by WWE. It's the simple fact that nobody will get over on Raw when Reigns is there. Reigns, being on your brand, is holding everybody else down underneath him. No one will get an opportunity to see the fucking sunshine on Monday Night Raw as long as Roman Reigns is there. Nobody will see the sunshine on any brand as long as Roman Reigns is at the top of the mountain. And unfortunately, Braun Strowman, like I said, is in the wrong place at the wrong time right now. The guy, after what he did tonight inside the Elimination Chamber, there's nobody watching this product. There's nobody watching this product that is going to tell me, yeah, I don't think Braun Strowman's worth a world championship. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? The guy should have been right now the Universal Champion. I'm sorry. He should have been the Universal Champion back in September. Now it's February, and he's still dancing around Roman Reigns. Nobody finds that to be fucked up? Come on, man. I don't want to sit here and complain about the performance or the chamber match itself. Was it better than last year? No. This chamber match was not better than last year. Whoever's going to come out in my comment section and say it was better than last year's match when Bray Wyatt won it, you guys are fucking delusional fucking idiots. There's no way that this year's chamber match was better than last year's. Sorry, Raw, you failed. Even though SmackDown is right now in the fucking biggest hole that they're in because the show is complete garbage, there's no way that this Elimination Chamber was better than what happened last year with Bray Wyatt. But WWE, I mean, they did things right. It's just they booked themselves into a corner. Everybody looked good in that match tonight. Everybody looked good in that. Seth Rollins looked good. The Miz looked decent. Elias played his role nicely, right? Rollins looked great. Balor looked great. Braun is self-explanatory, but there's no way around it. WWE had two priorities at the top of their list. Make Braun look fucking unstoppable. Continue his momentum going the best we can. That's exactly what they did. They booked themselves into a corner by having him eliminate everybody, only for Roman Reigns to spear him in the end and go to WrestleMania. Very, very good chamber match. I enjoyed it, and it's the predictable outcome that we all expected. There's no reason for us to get worked up about it. Roman Reigns is going to be the Universal Champion at WrestleMania, barring any accusations from Mr. Johnny Bravo. Even though those claims are set to come out soon, I don't think that's going to derail Roman Reigns whatsoever. The one thing I do see coming out of this match, even more so now, is that Cena proclaimed he has no road to WrestleMania. He was on not Talking Smack. He was on Raw Talk, very downtrodden, very saddened. I'm assuming we're going to get the Undertaker build starting almost immediately. Cena doesn't really have anything to do at WrestleMania. He's making a big stink that this was his only way to WrestleMania. He did come out a couple of weeks ago and say that WrestleMania is an event that resurrects dead careers or dead men or whatever the fuck he mentioned. He mentioned the word dead associated with the Undertaker associated with WrestleMania. It's all gonna tie into one another here. And John Cena and The Undertaker more than likely is going to happen at WrestleMania. I don't know coming out of the chamber what's going to happen with Elias at WrestleMania. I don't know what's going to happen with Rollins coming out of the chamber pay-per-view itself. Because we got another little wrench thrown into the WrestleMania gears tonight with Triple H, Stephanie, Ronda Rousey, and Kurt Angle. We'll talk about that in a second. So I don't know where Seth Rollins is currently going to be placed at WrestleMania. It's either one of two things right now. Either he's going to be placed and he's going to be vying for the Intercontinental Championship with The Miz, maybe put him in a triple threat with Finn Balor and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, or, barring the fucking reaction that we got tonight when Roman Reigns won the Elimination Chamber, WWE would probably find it in their best interest to change the main event at WrestleMania and make it a triple threat match with Seth Rollins being included. Did you hear the moans and groans when Roman Reigns won? Yeah, what a main event for WrestleMania. Something that nobody has any interest in seeing. Just based off that reaction tonight in Las Vegas, which was a great crowd for most of the night, leave it to WWE to fucking kill it with Roman Reigns. WWE would probably find it best to put Seth Rollins in the main event and make Reigns, Lesnar, and Rollins for the Universal Championship. We don't know. We don't know what is going to happen at all. But coming out of the chamber, those guys still have question marks looming over their heads. I don't know what you do with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman. What are you going to do? He's not going to be fighting for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. I've been saying that WWE has this Andre special coming out on HBO. You put Braun Strowman in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and you have him eliminate fucking 20 guys. Literally. Have him win the Andre Battle Royal, being that Andre is WWE's most prized giant of all time, one of the greatest of all time, one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic, superstar of all time. Andre the Giant is WWE's Hall of Fame giant. What better way than Braun Strowman winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, being that he is this genre and this modern era giant for WWE, So you could do that as well. I just don't know. There's a lot of question marks looming. WrestleMania still really isn't fleshed out at all. We should have a better understanding of where pieces are going to be for WrestleMania, but the only thing right now that's set in stone is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. We don't even know if AJ Styles is walking into WrestleMania the WWE champion. We don't. Leave it to this company to give Dolph Ziggler the fucking WWE title and have him go into WrestleMania, the WWE champion, not giving us Nakamura versus Styles, and then have Ziggler versus Nakamura for the WWE title with AJ invoking a rematch clause, making that match a triple threat. I would not be surprised if that happens. I've said it a few times. So we're going to see that in a couple of weeks too. Nothing is really fleshed out for WrestleMania whatsoever. So I have more questions coming out of the chamber than anything. And the one reason why I have a lot of questions coming out of the Elimination Chamber is because of what happened with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Ronda Rousey, and Kurt Angle. Now, we all knew Ronda was going to sign her contract tonight. We all knew and we all predicted, it was no secret, a dummy could have figured this one out. She was probably going to have a run-in with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. The past was probably going to present itself. Whatever happened with The Rock at WrestleMania 31 was probably going to be brought up, right? Because Ronda hip-tossed Stephanie there, or hip-tossed Triple H at WrestleMania. So you knew that was going to be brought up. But Ronda coming out and signing her contract tonight, I thought was better than what we seen with her debut at the Royal Rumble. Now, I'm not saying it went flawless. I'm saying it was presented better. WWE corrected some mistakes from the Royal Rumble. I thought Ronda Rousey was presented in a better light here at the Elimination Chamber compared to when she first came out at the Royal Rumble at the conclusion of that first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. The one thing that Ronda needs to work on from this point on, I understand completely that, this is new to her. I understand that Ronda is a fangirl at heart. I understand Ronda wants to make Roddy Piper's family proud. And I understand WWE has a lot of money invested in Ronda Rousey, and they want to see this investment succeed. And Ronda wants to work her ass off and not be given anything. She wants to be treated just like everybody else. Ronda is excited to be there. The WWE Universe chanting Ronda's name. She's going to be at WrestleMania. She's living this childhood dream of being a huge fangirl of professional wrestling, and now she's living out her dream in the WWE for the first time ever. I understand all that. But Ronda Rousey, from this point on, it's okay tonight. I'm not going to take points away from Ronda tonight. But from this point on, being that we now are in full motion with Ronda's WrestleMania storyline, Ronda cannot be smiling anymore. Ronda cannot be laughing. Ronda cannot be grinning. Ronda cannot be all starry-eyed like she's fucking got puppy love. None of this shit, man. No more. The smiling has got to go. Right? The silent badass, or Triple H, has coined the phrase, the baddest woman on the planet. If you're the baddest woman on the planet, why are you coming down to the ring and staring at Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, smiling from ear to ear? Nobody wants to see that. That's going to make me not want to see you. So the smiling and the grinning and the laughing and the starry eyes and all the excitement, gotta go. Tonight, we'll give you a fucking pass. Tomorrow on Raw, if you are there, and from this point on to WrestleMania, I want to see no smiling. I want to see fucking blood dripping from your teeth. And I want you thinking, I'm going to break Stephanie McMahon's arm at WrestleMania. That's what we need to see. Other than that, it was a good segment. I'm not going to even zing Ronda Rousey on her promo skills. She's still better than Roman Reigns. Get over it, salty fucks. Ronda Rousey on the microphone. I'm not going to take points away from her. I'm not going to sit here and critique her mic skills. Those are nervous butterflies. We'll see what happens when she is on television a lot more and all that nervousness goes away. I'm not going to take points away from her. That would be unfair of me. The overall presentation of this segment tonight was really good. Outside of Kurt Angle mistakenly saying WrestleMania 21 instead of WrestleMania 31. I don't know if he channeled his inner Mike Adamle tonight, but that was very noticeable. Maybe he did have the flu and maybe he was delirious. I don't fucking know. Or maybe he was just sick that Roman Reigns was going to end up winning the Elimination Chamber just like everybody else. After Braun Strowman eliminated everybody in the ring. I wouldn't be surprised. Born to botch, Kurt Angle. He can join Eva Marie and Dana Brooke. Anyway, the segment was really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed what they did with Ronda Rousey tonight. But the question is, and this is all tied into what happens in the Elimination Chamber, or what we just talked about inside the Elimination Chamber. It looked like Kurt Angle, per storyline of course, was going into business for himself. He kind of, per storyline, sabotaged the contract signing and kind of undermined Stephanie McMahon and Triple H here and kind of let the cat out of the bag as to what they were discussing in the back. Kurt Angle was like, well, Stephanie, didn't you say to me in the back that you thought Ronda was a wash-up or has been? She was washed up. She's not a good fighter. So he was kind of letting shit fly there, and it just opened my eyes to be like, wow, they're really going to go with Kurt Angle here in this role. Now, if Ronda is going to have a WrestleMania tag team partner, it really comes down to The Rock being the perfect partner. Dwayne Johnson is the perfect partner. And everybody would love to see Dwayne Johnson and Triple H in the ring one last time. It plays off what happened at WrestleMania 31. It makes the most sense. But WWE probably can't get The Rock. The Rock probably can't do it because his lawyers and, all the insurance companies in Hollywood, being that he's the biggest paid Hollywood actor in the world right now, they don't want him risking injury wrestling because he was out a significant amount of time during the filming of his last movie when he got hurt in that last match with John Cena. So they probably won't have access to Dwayne Johnson. The other individuals that were rumored to be teaming with Ronda Rousey, Seth Rollins was one of them. Clearly that's not going to happen. Braun Strowman was the other. They could still go that route. But after what we've seen tonight, probably not. Rollins was also rumored to be fighting Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. Looks like that's not going to be happening with what we've seen tonight as well. So, I don't know what is going to happen here, but it looks like Kurt Angle, and this is all speculation, of course, until something is made official, but it certainly looks like it's all but official. They wouldn't have included Kurt Angle in a major storyline like this, having him do what he did tonight, if he was not going to be teaming with Ronda. It looks like Kurt Angle is going to be teaming with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania to go against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Now, the rumored match at WrestleMania many months ago was going to be Triple H versus Kurt Angle. We didn't know when Ronda, or if Ronda was coming in. So now Ronda is coming in. You're going to put him with Kurt Angle, or put her with Kurt Angle, rather. And you're going to put Triple H and Stephanie McMahon on the opposite side. So you still get that Kurt Angle-Triple H dynamic, and you still get to feed off what Ronda and Stephanie did at WrestleMania 31, minus Dwayne Johnson. But where does that leave Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins was supposed to go against Kurt Angle. That was the rumor. That was the plan, being that he was involved with that Jason Jordan storyline. And Rollins now could either be in the Intercontinental Championship or the Universal Championship, but we don't know where he's going to land. We don't know what's going to happen. So this is a very, very interesting development here going into WrestleMania. At the end of this thing, shit broke down. Triple H dragged Kurt Angle out of the ring. He was still talking. Triple H got into the ring because Ronda went face-to-face with Stephanie. Stephanie slapped the shit out of Ronda Rousey. She couldn't wait to slap the newest signee, the newest female on the roster. It took her all but fucking 15 minutes to slap the shit out of Ronda Rousey. So Ronda confronts Stephanie face-to-face. Triple H gets in between. So Triple H is trying to calm Ronda down. She puts Triple H through a table. She does almost like a Lars Sullivan fucking freak accident. His finishing move called the freak accident. She suplexes him right through the fucking announce table because, what good is a contract signing if nobody goes through a fucking announce table? She puts Triple H belly-to-belly suplex into the table. She picks up the contract. She signs it. and her deal is done. Very good segment outside of Ronda smiling and outside Kurt's born to botch moment. But other than that, it was a very, very good presentation of Ronda Rousey. One thing that I did keep a keen eye on was the fan reaction to Ronda Rousey. I think this is going to be good for her, and having her get her hands on Stephanie McMahon is going to be a good thing because everybody fucking feels the same way I do about Stephanie. As soon as she opens her mouth, I want to rip my ears off and throw them at the fucking wall. I want to throw them on the floor and have fucking Bayley just shuffle them under the fucking refrigerator where I can't find them. It's ridiculous. She is awful. She makes me want to change the channel, no matter what program she's on. She is terrible. So Ronda's reaction was very, very welcoming tonight. That was one thing we were going to keep a keen eye on, because on Raw, when they made the announcement that she was going to be at the Chamber, nobody really gave a shit. She was met with boos. So she came out and she was very well received tonight. So it was a good segment. But Ronda, please, enough of the smiling. Enough of the smiling. I don't want to see you smiling anymore. The other thing that I had a slight problem with here was that before Angle opened his mouth, Triple H was praising Kurt Angle and his job on Monday Night Raw. Weren't you just at the Survivor Series with this guy fucking pedigreeing him? What the fuck is that about? You know? There's no storyline continuation. Like, what'd you think? I forgot that you went against Kurt Angle at the Survivor Series and you wanted to take control of everything in that match? Come on, bro. I don't forget. Believe me. Let's talk about the Women's Elimination Chamber match, man. The Women's Elimination Chamber. First time ever. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I thought this was a very good match. I didn't really care for anything that happened, I'd say in the first 15 to 20 minutes. But towards the end of this thing, I'm like, are they going to do it? Are they going to give us what we all want for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania? And of course they didn't. Of course they did. WWE had everything planned out perfectly to give us what we wanted to see. And they did not deliver. They had everything perfectly planned out. And when WWE has something that is right presented to them, 9 times out of 10, this company will do the complete opposite of what we want to see. This was a very, very good match. I actually enjoyed this more than the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm just being honest with you. I enjoyed this more than the Women's Royal Rumble. I enjoyed everybody and what everybody did in this match, especially Sasha Banks. I've been a big fan of Sasha Banks for a long time now. I've been stating that she is the best female performer on Monday Night Raw coming out of WrestleMania last year, and I'm sticking to that statement. I honestly want to know when WWE is going to give this woman what she rightfully deserves. And I don't mean that because I know Sasha has her fair share of haters out there. There's a fair share of Alexa Bliss fucking fangirls out there and Alexa Bliss marks out there. I am going to be brutally honest with you. I am sick and tired of Alexa Bliss as champion. I'm not taking anything away from her. I think she's a fantastic heel. I think she's a great promo. I don't think right now, where we sit, just 5 weeks away from WrestleMania, I don't see Alexa Bliss as a woman who can carry a division. I don't. When I look at what I want out of a champion, I think Sasha Banks has everything that it takes to carry a division, and I see her as being a legit champion who's going to go out there every pay-per-view and do right by the title. WWE has booked Alexa Bliss terribly for the last 5 months. She hasn't defended the title. The title is pretty much meaningless on Alexa Bliss's shoulder. It means nothing to me. Her winning this match tonight and retaining the Raw Women's Championship in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match does nothing for the title. Nothing. I think the wrong woman won this match, and WWE missed the boat fucking again on giving us a proper Raw WrestleMania Raw Championship match for the women. I don't understand why they opt to go with something that people are genuinely losing interest in. They opt to go with the one person that we really are getting sick and tired of instead of giving us compelling storylines. When are we going to get a compelling storyline with the women on any of these shows? They had one tailor-made right for them tonight. Right underneath their fucking nose. And they didn't go with it. Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss were the final two in this match. Sasha Banks ends up losing. She lasts 50 minutes in the Royal Rumble. She has a WrestleMania caliber match with Asuka and loses. She lost the Royal Rumble, lasted 50 minutes, didn't win that. Has a WrestleMania caliber match with Asuka on Monday Night Raw. Loses. Now she's in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber. Lasts up till the very end and is the last one eliminated and loses. When is this woman going to get what she deserves? She got shafted with fucking I am the queen, Charlotte on SmackDown Live. You know, trading the title back and forth. None of her championship title reigns lasted more than 14 fucking days. Now she's in 2017, 2018. She can't win a fucking match. All these accolades, and you can't give her what she deserves. I don't understand it. Now again, I'm not sitting here advocating Sasha Banks to be the greatest of all time. But when someone obviously is outperforming everybody else in her division, shouldn't she have a fucking cookie thrown at her every now and then? This was tailor-made for a perfect WrestleMania setup. Just envision this. Envision this. If Bayley won this match like I wanted to see have happen. If Bayley won this match and she cut that promo that Alexa Bliss cut before she went heel, before she healed up the promo tonight. If Bayley cut that promo and Sasha, who was already sitting at ringside, Sasha listened to Alexa Bliss cut that promo. She listened to every fucking word that Alexa Bliss cut in that promo, sitting right on the chamber steps tonight. If Bayley was in that ring, winning the Raw Women's Championship, and she cut that beautiful promo about, you know, working hard and, you know, achieving your dream and don't give up. You can do anything you put your mind to, right? If Bayley won the Raw Women's Championship and she's cutting this beautiful promo and Sasha Banks is sitting out there just contemplating, I lost the Rumble, I lost to Asuka, right? I lost the Chamber. Enough of this shit. Enough of this shit. Can you imagine the fucking reception? I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Can you imagine the reception? Can you imagine the epicness of what would have been if Bayley cut that promo and Sasha was there sitting listening to this shit and she gets into the fucking ring and lays out Bayley in front of everybody in that chamber, in front of Renee Young, in front of the fucking Las Vegas crowd. She just fucking destroys Bayley right there, puts her in the bank statement, doesn't let go. Referees upon referees upon referees come out. They can't get Sasha. Sasha won't release the hold. Sasha goes full-fledged heel. Just snaps right there. Ratchet Sasha Banks back on Monday Night Raw. Heel Sasha Banks back on Monday Night Raw. What happened to that? WWE didn't realize that or couldn't come up with a better situation than that? That's their way to end the Elimination Chamber, having Alexa Bliss win it, cut a babyface promo and then heel it up. Yeah, that's so fucking exciting. Like, we haven't seen that done before. Come on, man. I want creativity. This company opts for giving us formulaic same old shit. Meanwhile, they got an epic storyline waiting right in front of them. I don't know why they didn't go with that. Why was Bayley eliminated? Why didn't Bayley win the fucking title? Why did Sasha turn heel? Tonight was the perfect moment to turn Sasha heel. The more you wait, with all these great opportunities, with all these great situations just passing you by, when you finally do it, WWE is going to land on the worst fucking timing to turn her heel. This was the right moment to do it. And they failed. They failed. This entire match, the way they were booked, the way the entrants were lined up, this entire match was booked for this heel turn tonight. Yet they gave us Alexa Bliss. Bayley starts the match with Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose comes in. It's 2-on-1 against Bayley. Sasha Banks comes in, right? So it's 2-on-2. Bayley is there to help Sasha, or Sasha, rather, is there to help Bayley go against Absolutely Awful. Mickey comes in. Alexa is the last one in the match. So we have everything lined up here. Everything is just set beautifully for a god fucking epic heel turn. And they didn't do it. So we got Mandy Rose tapping out to the bank statement. Sonya Deville is eliminated by Mickie James with a Lou Thesz off the pod. Mickie James climbs the pod, jumps off the pod with a Lou Thesz. Then we get Bayley being eliminated by Alexa. We had Bayley do a super Bayley to belly off the top on Sasha. Alexa is in, so it's 2-on-1. So most of this match was Bayley and Sasha, the friends, teaming up. They had a advantage in this match. Bayley comes off the top with a super Bayley to belly on Sasha. Alexa, in typical heel-like coward fashion, pins Bayley, surprisingly, and then she goes to pin Sasha. So we have Alexa and Sasha in the end. And in typical WWE fashion, they give you Sasha Banks losing once again. I don't know why they didn't go with the heel turn tonight. I don't understand it. It's just very, very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. But the chamber match itself, outside of that being annoying, because WWE just seemingly will not pull the trigger. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. And I don't know what Sasha does at WrestleMania. That's the only thing that really pissed me off about this match. Everything else was nicely done. Everything else was nicely done. Alexa Bliss wins, and she retains the Raw Women's Championship. And then after that, outside the two chamber matches and Ronda Rousey, this card was completely fucking irrelevant. This show went almost 3.5 hours. There's 5 matches on this show, and this show went 3.5 fucking hours. If they cut the longevity of some of these fucking promos that we've seen, WWE could have ended this show at a nice 3 hours. But no, they gotta drag shit out. They gotta have fucking Elias come out and do a beautiful concert, which I'm not complaining about, but WWE gave us promo packages on all the chamber participants, and it was just long, drawn-out shit. By the time the women's chamber match started, it was like 8:17. They just dragged this shit out. Yeah, you guys want to go to dual-branded pay-per-views. Yeah, let me see what mid-card talent's going to be on your dual-branded pay-per-views. This Raw pay-per-view in itself is going 3.5 hours. Titus Worldwide, Titus Catering Worldwide versus The Bar. I didn't give a shit about this match. Honestly, who watching me gave a flying fuck about this match? You know? It's nice to see Apollo doing his thing, because I love that he got called up. Actually, no, I'm not glad he got called up, but, you know, I'm glad to see his talent finally being showcased. I think he got called up too soon. I still think that. But it's nice that they're showcasing his talent. It's nice to see him doing his thing. But Titus Worldwide was never going to win this match. They were never going to win the titles. They got 4 straight wins over The Bar. Coming into this pay-per-view, they weren't going to win this thing at all. Apollo got his moves in. 2 count on Sheamus. Standing moonsault there. Sheamus got the knees up. Cesaro sends Titus into the ring post on the floor. Apollo drops Sheamus with an enziguri. Cesaro tags in. Takes out Apollo's knee. The Bar hits a double team, I think white noise or whatever the fuck that was. That I don't even know if they have a name for it, but Cesaro covers Apollo for the pin, and The Bar retain the tag team championships. Asuka versus Nia Jax. We had this was actually a decent match. Now I didn't really care for this match because Asuka and Nia Jax and their past history of matches have been awful. You know, Nia was very, very, very green back in the day. She's getting somewhat better. This was probably the best match that these two have ever had. The crowd was very, very, very into Nia. And you're starting to see the crowd now come alive a little bit more. And I'm not sure that has anything to do with Nia, but WWE has really made it a priority to really talk about and focus on Asuka's streak. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. The good thing is people are going to be a lot more invested in Asuka winning, because every time that WWE talks about the streak, people are going to wonder who's going to be the first person to beat Asuka. You know, is it going to be tonight? So you're going to get that type of reaction because they know Asuka's undefeated and they want to see the streak end. And if the fans want to see the streak end, WWE might pull the trigger too soon and have the streak end. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Or Nia Jax is just really that over with the WWE fans because they feel like she's getting the shaft and the short end of the stick, and they want to see her propelled into championship contention. I don't know. It could be either one of those situations. But this was a very good match between these two, the best match between these two that they've had so far in their young WWE careers. I didn't like this stipulation going into this match. I felt like Asuka didn't really agree to it. Asuka won the Royal Rumble for the right to challenge whatever champion she wants at WrestleMania in a singles match. Yet WWE is bestowing upon her this inconsistency. You know, she didn't ask to fight Nia Jax with, if Nia Jax winning, she's inserted into whatever match that Asuka's going to be in and making it a triple threat match. Asuka didn't really ask for that. And it kind of takes away some of the oomph from Asuka winning the Royal Rumble. Don't really like that at all. But Asuka, surprisingly here, pinned Nia Jax. She pinned Nia Jax. She turns, I believe, a move into looks like a powerbomb she was doing. Asuka turned it into a Hurricane Rana and rolled her up. So I was surprised by that. I thought that either Alexa was going to get involved and cost Nia Jax a disqualification or a count out, or some type of fuck finish with Alexa Bliss there, being that Alexa was friends with Nia, or I could have seen Alexa kind of fuck over Nia and just kind of ruin the match because she didn't want to see a triple threat match happen. She'd rather face Asuka one-on-one than have Asuka and Nia Jax in the same match with her. But then again, we don't know who Asuka is going to be choosing. Asuka didn't really let that be known, or WWE hasn't given Asuka the opportunity to say, I want to challenge such and such at WrestleMania. We didn't get that at all. They haven't given her the opportunity to do that. WWE even teased tonight that Alexa Bliss was going to fight Asuka at WrestleMania. Nobody wants to see that match. I'm hoping that was just a ploy for you to think that, well, we're not going to do Charlotte and Asuka, and we're going to do Alexa and Asuka. I hope that WWE is just fucking with us. I really do. Because Alexa and Asuka doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. I hope after what Nia Jax did tonight, after Nia Jax was pinned by Asuka, she put Asuka through the soundkeeper area where JoJo was sitting. JoJo's fat ass, man. You know? And she got speared through the barricade. So even with Nia losing, she still looked a little decent. She still looked a little decent tonight and keeps that momentum. Maybe she lobbies for a match against Alexa Bliss. I don't know. WWE has to do some work tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. And I hope that they have Asuka come out and say, listen, I don't want Alexa. I don't want Alexa. I want Charlotte. It's about time I take my talents. I beat everybody on Monday Night Raw. I've beat Alexa. I've beat Sasha. I've beat Bayley. I've beat Nia. There's nobody else for me here. I'm going to go one-on-one with Charlotte at WrestleMania. That's the match we want. That's the Mania match that we all want. That's WrestleMania worthy right there. And it's fresh. And it's fresh. Alexa, at that point, you know, you can give the title shot to Nia if you want. But, you know, again, I'm not even intrigued by that match. Surprised by the outcome here. Asuka, I'm not surprised that she won. I'm just surprised that she pinned Nia clean in the middle of the ring without any type of fuck finish. We have Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy. Man, oh man, has WWE fucking killed the Woken gimmick, man. Jesus fucking Christ. And I don't even know if Matt Hardy is to fucking blame, to be honest with you, man. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Matt Hardy's to blame. I think Matt Hardy's been somewhat entertaining. You know, does it have the same appeal that it did in TNA? No, it doesn't. I think WWE is making Matt Hardy look like a fool on most weeks with the incessant laughing. But WWE seemingly has killed all momentum from Matt Hardy here. And I think most of it has to do with Bray Wyatt. I think most of it has to do with Bray Wyatt. I think this feud is so fucking dead that Bray Wyatt is such a dead character that it's doing nothing in terms of favors for Matt Hardy. I mean, this is fucking woken Matt Hardy. Everybody wanted woken, broken Matt Hardy to come to the WWE, right? Everybody couldn't wait for this fucking great gimmick to come to the WWE. This is how people treat the woken gimmick? They got fucking beach balls flying around in the crowd. And you got people chanting for Rusev Day during Matt Hardy's match with Bray Wyatt. Are you kidding me? Is Matt Hardy that dead, character-wise, or is Bray Wyatt that fucking bad after all this time losing? I don't know anymore. I honestly think it's Bray Wyatt. You need to get him away from Bray Wyatt. Get him away from Bray Wyatt. End this fucking thing at WrestleMania. Give me Vanguard 1. Give me Senor Benjamin. Give me the fucking fireworks and the dilapidated boat scars god. Give me the Lake of Reincarnation. For the love of God, throw Bray Wyatt into the Lake of Reincarnation because he needs to be fucking reincarnated. If WWE really wants this guy to be any type of fucking saved this year, Throw him into the lake, please. I think that'll be the best thing for his career. Outside of JoJo's fat ass, man, and him spending $11,000 on diamonds and strippers for JoJo. As if JoJo's dancing around in fucking sexy lingerie and swimsuits aren't enough. He's got to hire strippers, too. How much ass does Bray Wyatt want? You know? If he put that much effort into his fucking WWE career, if he put that much effort into his fucking promos, maybe we wouldn't be here bashing Bray Wyatt every fucking week. Guy's terrible. Absolutely fucking awful. Bray Wyatt has absolutely reached for the remote control and changed the channel fucking bad at this juncture. And it's ruining Matt Hardy. I thought Matt Hardy was going to lose this match, to be honest with you. I think the right thing would have been to give Bray Wyatt a fucking win, even though it would have meant nothing. Have Matt Hardy go to WrestleMania, have him entice Bray Wyatt to come to the Hardy compound, and have a final deletion at WrestleMania. Did WWE do that? No. Matt Hardy wins here. Twist of fate for the pin. Bray Wyatt takes another L. So not only does he take a double pin from Rollins and Balor, eliminating him from contention in the Elimination Chamber, he loses to Matt Hardy here at the Elimination Chamber itself. Guy can't win, but he don't give a shit. Bray Wyatt ends up winning in the end. He's somewhere in a hotel room right now with JoJo, naked. He don't give a fuck, you know? Follow the buzzards. Follow the buzzards, man. Follow that ass as it shakes itself around the hotel room in the wee hours of the morning, you know? Bray Wyatt loses to Matt Hardy. And that was pretty much it, man. There's really, this was it was a good show. It was a newsworthy show. It had its moments. Not saying it was a bad show. WWE put on a decent show tonight. I'm actually looking forward to Monday Night Raw more than I am this pay-per-view tonight. What's going to happen with John Cena? What's going to happen with Seth Rollins? Where's he going for WrestleMania? Is Kurt Angle really going to team with Ronda Rousey? Is Ronda Rousey going to be there? Brock Lesnar's going to be there to confront Roman Reigns. You know, is The Undertaker going to be on Monday Night Raw? We don't know. We got a lot of different things to look forward to. Bobby Lashley just signed a contract with WWE. Is he going to show up, you know, before WrestleMania? Is he going to be involved in WrestleMania plans at some point? We don't know. We don't know. Very interesting Monday Night Raw shaping up to be tomorrow night. This show was decent. Reigns, predictably yet laughably, wins the Elimination Chamber after Braun Strowman eliminates everybody, only to be speared by Roman Reigns in the end. Ha 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 ha. Vince loves sucking that Roman cock. Alexa Bliss wins the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. WWE dropped the ball with a otherwise very good match. Should have turned Sasha heel. Should have had Bayley win the title with Sasha turning on Bayley inside the chamber tonight. They didn't do that. Asuka predictably wins against Nia Jax tonight. I was surprised that Nia was pinned. I thought Asuka was going to win via some type of interference or countout or DQ. But Nia is pinned clean in the middle of the ring tonight. Bray Wyatt loses to Matt Hardy, and The Bar retain the tag team championships against Titus Worldwide. That is your Elimination Chamber 2018 review. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Until then, I'm JD. Smash the thumbs up. You guys got a lofty goal of 3,000 thumbs up. Let's see if you can do it. Until then, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Should be a big night. I will talk to you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw.